My report about the anti-terrorism law in the Philippines and the debate that is going on over there about this law. So, President Robert Duterte over there in the Philippines signed this anti-terror bill law into law, which is a law that even if you are a Filipino citizen, and the government suspects you to be a terrorist group, or you're conspiring threats against the government, you can be detained for 14 days without charge over there in the Philippines. Okay. So that's what this bill allows, and that's why there are a lot of um, government officials in the Philippines debating and fighting against this law that President Robert Duterte has signed in. I believe this is the most um, um, argued bill that ever was created in the Philippines, opposed by, I believe, 30 senators in Congress in the Philippines. And I believe they have every right to argue this bill. I don't believe that, just because you could be labeled as a terrorist even if you're not, and being detained for 14 days without a charge is not right either. People deserve their rights in any country. And, Philippines is supposed to be an independent country and not a dictatorship like Duterte is trying to create over there. And I hope more people oppose this now, that come 2022, Duterte gets voted out, because signing a bill like this shows his true colors, shows that he's not really for the Filipino people, Filipino country. You could be detained just because somebody thinks that you are a terrorist, or they're suspicious of you, is not right, without any facts or proof. That's just not right at all. So I hope the senators in the Philippines really oppose this law and they get this law removed. But it's going to be an uphill battle, because Duterte has a lot of supporters in the Filipino Congress right now in the Philippines. So he's still a populist president out there. There are people who actually think that he's doing a good idea, which he's not. He's taking away the rights for the Filipino people in the Philippines. So that was my report over there, what's going on in the Philippines. It's I hope it does not become even more of a dictatorship than it already has right now under the presidency of Duterte out there, and they oppose this bill. All right, like and subscribe to Zenny62.